So the games come thick and fast for Forest as our attention now turns back to the Europa League. Welcome to the preview. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to the preview as Forest will take on Midtjylland, whatever their name is. And yeah, this is extremely important. Why? Because Forest need momentum. Forest need the W. We need that quick and we need it now. So if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Check out the merch store where I hope anybody is not stupid enough to write us off. As Cluffy says, I love this t-shirt and got it in red. I think it looks better there. But scan the QR code or click on the link that's pinned in the comments. And let's jump into this and let's talk about Forest and Midtjylland, because this isn't as easy as some of you might think. Midtjylland are second in their league, in the Danish league. They've played 10 games, won 6, drawn 3 and lost 1. And they've got a couple of players that we need to be wary of. And yes, I know you're all thinking Phil Billing, that's gonna swear. That guy from Bournemouth who always seems to score from exactly 32 yards at the City Ground every time we play him. Yes, he is one we need to worry about, but they have better players than that. Simser for me is like this attacking cam. He's the one that creates for them. He's the one that will cause us the problems. And then their striker, Franculino, he's bagging goals in. I got a feeling we were linked with him in the summer. He's already scored 8 goals for them. They're already 3 points on the board when it comes to the Europa League. They beat Sturm Graz, who we will have as well, 2-0 on the opening game fixtures. And they tend to play in a 3-5-1-1 formation. Very compact. They like to kind of bounce off the halfway line, get those counter-attacks going. They're very good from set pieces. That worries me as well. But in general, we are at home, we are Forest, and we should be beating teams like this comfortably. It all depends on what Ange is going to do with the setup. Now, at the time of recording this, we haven't seen the presser, don't know who's fit, who's not. We have assumptions that we will make. And I'm going to take you through a couple of teams that Ange should consider. So Ange, if you're watching, make sure you take some notes. Okay, so let's start with the Forest team and let's look at what needs to be done here. So this is the team that started against Sunderland. This is the team that lost against Sunderland. Actually, it wasn't Sangare, was it? It was Dominguez in there. Now, Dominguez for me probably wasn't fit enough. But what I will say is the first thing Forest need to do in this game is change the formation. As I just said, Midtjylland have a midfield 5 usually. I think they've even had a new manager, if I remember rightly. So we're going to need numbers in the middle of that park. We're going to need to play with at least 3. So I would automatically change the setup to a 4-3-3. I would look actually towards the same kind of setup that we did away to Betis last week, where I thought we played fantastic. But let's start with the obviouses. The obvious ones. Wood, he needs to be rested. And I say rested because I love him. I don't want to say dropped. And my boy Jesus has to come in. There's no ifs, buts, and maybes about it. That is a non-negotiable for me. Has to be done. Now, I don't know about Murillo. Let's just assume he's fit. We've been assuming that for the last 2.5 weeks. But let's bring him in anyway. Excuse me. Now, I want to change the back 4. The back 4's leaking goals. It has to be addressed. Zinchenko comes out for me. Nico Williams goes to the left-hand side. I'd probably go Cunha at right back. I think Cunha's been okay at right back, if I'm honest with you. Savona, maybe. But I definitely want Nico Williams at left back because their threat will come from the right-hand side. And with Zinchenko plays at left back, then we're just leaving huge gaps. And we might as well roll out the red carpet for them. That's what I do with the defense. Now, in terms of the midfield, I'm going to drop Dominguez. I'm going to bring Sangare back in. We need that steal. This pace of the game will suit him. I'm also going to bring in Zinchenko. Now, what I'm going to do here is have Sangare as the anchor, Anderson on the right-hand side, and Zinchenko on the left. Zinchenko is obsessed with playing in midfield. Ange is obsessed with inverting a fullback in. I say, just start him there. He's a good midfielder. I think he's a crap defender, but he's decent in midfield. So I would go with that midfield three, Zinchenko, Anderson, and Sangare. Sangare's got the physicality. He's very good in Europe. He is the right player for this. McAtee, obviously, I've got 12 men on there, so let's just do that. Now, Ndoye comes off for me. I've not been impressed with him so far. I don't know who I'm playing on that left-hand side yet, but I am actually going to put Gibbs White on the right-hand side. I thought in the European game against Betis, he did very well on the right-hand side. My biggest issue is what do we do with this left-hand side? Hutchinson would have been my natural choice, but obviously he's not available. Probably Callum Hudson-Odoi, if I'm being honest with you guys. I still don't think he's been fully clicking this season. But I would go Callum Hudson-Odoi, not Ndoye definitely. And Bakwa, I'd bring him on if we're winning and switch him up kind of to that right side. But that's the team I would go with. I think it's solid in that middle. You got Sangare, who's going to win the balls. Sangare being the deep lying playmaker. And what that does, that allows Anderson to play higher up the pitch. Zinchenko will be there for the passing kind of prowess. And then if you want to overload it, then you can invert a Nico Williams into midfield. Nico Williams will get up and down that wing. And it just kind of makes logical sense for me to go this way. Is it a risk playing Cunha at right back? Yes, but I think he's done okay there. And I think with his kind of size, his physicality, he'll do okay. Now, if Murillo isn't fit, obviously you got to bring in Morato. But you could, if Murillo's playing. And let me show you what I think Ange will do. I don't think Cunha will play right back. It will be Nico Williams. It will be Zinchenko at left back. And then I think he will go Sangare, Anderson. And I think maybe Dominguez just to add a little bit of steel in there. I do think he adopts the 4-3-3. And I think that's the three he will go up with. So what you will then see is maybe Zinchenko coming in to invert. That creates a nice overload into the midfield. As long as Murillo's here, he can cover that wide space. He's good enough to do that. I just prefer my team, if I'm being honest with you. Which one do you guys prefer? Let me know. So how should this game play out? Look, we just need a win. I don't care if we see Angeball, Nuno ball, Cooper ball, Pep ball, whatever ball you can come up with, man. I don't really care right now. I just want that W. Get the W. We need early goals, quick fire attacks. Get the ball moving quickly. I don't want to see what we saw against Sunderland. It's sideways, 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 backwards. I want to see sharp passes. You know, overloads into the box. Just not random crosses, man. And get Jesus in those positions and he will score a goal. How confident am I on this? Not very. Not very is the answer. I'm going to back Forest to win. I think we probably win this 3-1 because Billing is going to score, innit? That's like guaranteed. Every ex-Bournemouth player or current player always scores against us. So I'm going to go 3-1. But I'm saying it with zero chest, guys. I can't lie to you. But get your score predictions in the comments. And that's it. Let's see how it goes. What's your confidence level from 0 to 10? I need to know that in the comments. Make sure you've hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Go grab your merch. It's such a beautiful. Yeah, it really is. Coffee, let's win this one for you. Scan the QR code. We'll see you on the next video. Come on, you Reds.